Hey vloggers, I promised a big recap of my weekend and here it is. I'm kind of losing my voice between screaming, freaking out, talking loud over people, and just talking a lot to people. I'm losing my voice, so bear with me. This is not how I normally sound. But I had to do a vlog about my weekend now that things have kind of settled down and I'm getting back in the swing of things like work and work. So for those of you who don't know, I have two jobs, so I'm pretty busy during the day. But today I have some time. It's 2:45, and then when I get done with this, I'm gonna go to the gym. So, looking forward to that. And apparently, I have a new message from Christina, and it's a picture of me and her freaking out. But I'm not exactly sure. Like, oh my god. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, there's a lot of pictures of us freaking out from Saturday because Saturday I got to meet Leann Hunley, my girl. And for those of you who don't know, Leann Hunley is one of the stars on Days of Our Lives, but she's also really well known for being in Dawson's Creek and Dynasty, which was on in the 80s, I think in early 90s maybe. But yeah, she's very well known for those, and oh, she's amazing. I've been a huge fan of hers for a couple years now since I met her at FanFest in 2008, and she had made such an impression on me because I didn't have any expectations. I was just, I'm going to meet her. I love Anna DiMera, and she was the sweetest person, and since then I've been a huge fan. So we went this weekend and we went to a breakfast at a restaurant in Universal City called Henry's Hat, and one of the old stars of Days of Our Lives, Martha Madison, she owns the restaurant. So she was there too, and it was really cool to talk to her. It was like Martha Madison, and like I love her, but it was like so, I was so starstruck with Leann and with everybody else. I was kind of just like, chatting with them and everything, and it was like a lot easier. But so I went to LA on Friday after I had been in Indiana visiting my family. So I came back to Phoenix for 10 hours. Legitimately 10 hours I was back in Phoenix. So it was a whirlwind. So we drove to LA on Friday, and we got there, and we got to our hotel, and then Sherry, Anna, Sue, and Christina came to pick me up at my hotel, and I had never met these girls before. So I was so excited because I talked to them online for the last, 2.5 years, something like that. And it was so exciting, to finally meet them in person. And like, they were in the lobby and we just hugged and we made a scene, and that's what I do, I make scenes. But I'll get to that later. So yeah, I did that, and then we drove to LAX so I could get Bia. The drive to LAX was hilarious. These girls are amazing, and it was so much fun to get to spend time with them in LA traffic. So fun. And it was just a special thing starting. I could tell the weekend was going to be really good. So once I got to LAX, I waited for Bia for about 40 minutes, but LAX is really good for people watching, so I didn't mind being stranded there. That's okay. And once Bia got there, we made a scene in Arrivals because I've talked to this girl for 2 years. She lives in Germany, and we've waited to meet each other for this long, so it was a really special thing. So we met, and we got on the bus to go get our rental car. We got our rental car, and it was a smart car. Okay, yeah, I know. Let the jokes come. Come on, bring on the jokes. No, I was kind of excited-ish, but like not really at first, because I was like, okay, well, I'm used to driving a huge car. So how am I going to drive this little car? And when I first started driving, I'm like, oh my god, I'm driving a go-kart around Los Angeles. That's what it felt like, that I was driving a go-kart. Fantastic. So I'm pretty sure there are bigger go-karts out there. But anyways, so I was trying to figure out how to drive it. I didn't get on the freeway right away. I took La Cienega all the way up to Hollywood, which actually didn't take that long, which was surprising because it was rush hour. But it didn't take that long. So we drove up La Cienega and went to the Grove, and we met all of the girls at the Cheesecake Factory at the Grove, and it was so amazing to meet like so many of these people. Brooke and Lee were there, who I had driven with, and I know, and it's great. But then I got to meet Dama and Madeline, who I've spoken to since before Day of Days 2008. I spoke to Dama after Day of Days when she met Leann for the first time, but I knew Madeline a little bit before, but all online, nothing in person. So to meet them in person was just like the best feeling ever. It was like so wonderful. So we had dinner at the Grove, and of course we were loud and rowdy and laughing and making a scene, but just to see everyone come together and like meet them and be with them was, oh, it was the best feeling I like ever had. It was so wonderful. I just felt so much love and compassion, and it was really cool. Just the friendship forming there, and we're very, very good friends now since this weekend. So after dinner, we went to drive home, and we were staying in North Glendale. Now, I'm very familiar with the south side of the hill in LA, but I'm not familiar with the north side. So, and that's where we were staying. And I thought, I'm pretty good at directions. I am very good at directions, actually. And I thought, okay, well, I'm good enough at directions, like, I'll be able to find my way to the hotel. Wrong. So I take the 405 because I'd driven around Hollywood a little bit and shown Bia some of my favorite places. And then I got on the 405 to go over to the other side and get on the 101 and then take Ventura all the way to my hotel. Unfortunately, Ventura doesn't go all the way through, and I figured that out the hard way. So I'm on Ventura, and apparently it turns into Cahuenga, and Cahuenga wraps back around the hill, and you end up on Hollywood Boulevard. So I'm driving, and I see Lucky Strike, and I knew Lucky Strike was right by Hollywood Boulevard, and I was like, oh my god, I just drove all around the entire freaking hill, and I'm back in Hollywood. You've got to be kidding me. So I pulled over, I got directions on my phone, freaking found my way back to the hotel, got back at 1:30 in the morning, took a shower, got to bed at 2, woke up the next day at 6, and thank God I was excited, because otherwise I would have been dead to the world. But adrenaline, it's good wake up, it's good, yeah. So, yeah. So I did that, and then, let's see, woke up Saturday morning, very excited, very freaking out. I mean, I've been counting down for this day for 88 days. So, yeah, the fact that it was there is kind of like, oh my god, you know? It was like, wow, this is amazing. So, you know, got up, got ready, got pretty-ish. Of course, the humidity destroyed my hair before Leann even got to the restaurant, so I looked like crap in every picture, but it's fine. It's all about the experience, not about how you look. So yeah. So we drive to the restaurant, we get there, we're waiting in line, I'm freaking out. And we get into the restaurant, and I'm like, okay, oh my god. Actors start showing up, and just waiting for my girl. And she didn't get there until an hour and a half after it started, for good reason, because she was sick. And the fact that she showed up at all means she's a freaking trooper and a champ, and it just makes me love her even more. So she showed up an hour and a half late, but when I saw her walking down the sidewalk, there are no words. I couldn't tell you the thought process I was having. It was like, my brain was basically like one big word: excitement. And I saw her through the front window, and Bia was standing by me, and I go, Bia, she's here. And Bia's like, what? I was like, she's here. And we ran out front, and there she was. And we walked up to her, and she sees us, and she goes, oh, so these are my girls. I almost died from fangirl excitement. So after that, we took pictures. I got my first picture with my girl, and we kind of made small talk about like different stuff, like if she has tapes of certain things and other stuff like that. And after that, she went inside and she had like signed some autographs with people, took pictures with some people. Meanwhile, I ran up to my table. I had to take a breather because I was on overload. So I had to take a breather, and then grabbed my camera and went back down. And this is to be continued because I'm almost out of time for this one. So part 2 is coming up. Stay tuned.